Welcome dear students, welcome to the sixth video of this video lecture series on Python programming. Today we will see different data types and their methods in Python. So data types are the classification or categorization of the data items. There are different types of data on which we can work in Python. For example, in real world, like data can be a text, a name of the place, a name of a person, or for the student it can be marks, it can be roll number, it can be height, it can be weight. So there are different types of data available in real world. Similarly, there are different types of data are there which we can use in the Python also. That categorization are called the data types. So data types can be categorized into following types. So data can be a number data, it means it is a numeric data. It can be a string data, means it is a text type of data. It can be boolean, means it contain yes and no. It is a list means what? You can have multiple value 3, 4, 10, 25. These are different values. Tuple, again it store multiple values separated by comma. Set is again collection of multiple elements, right? And dictionary is again collection of different datas. Now this can be further categorized into two types: fundamental data types and compound data types. Fundamental data types are the basic data types which contain a single value, like a single number. If it contain a single value, single number, it is a numeric data type. If it contain a single name or single text, it is called the string data type. If it is contain yes or true or false, one of these two values, true or false, then it is called boolean type of data. Similarly, list is like the collection of elements. Here we can see we have made the collection of data inside the square bracket. So there are different values 3, 4, 10, 25. These are called the list. Tuple is again collection of data, but it will have the round bracket like shown here. Dictionary is again collection of data that we'll see in the coming slides, which contain data in pairs. Set is again collection of elements which is written inside the square bracket. We will see all of these one by one. Before doing that, we will see an analogy. This analogy is of the cricket. So for example, if you want to save the name of the cricket player like Virat and Rohit, you have to store it in a variable, and the type of the data will be a string because the name you are storing is a text value. So names are written in text, and the text is called string in Python. So whatever text you write, it can be a single text, single word, two word, multiple words, multiple lines. So all that text is called as string data type. Then jersey number of the player, it can be 18, 45, 7. This is a whole number, right? Jersey numbers are the whole number. So these numbers are called the integer values. Integer means what? It doesn't have the decimal points like 18.5. It is not possible for the jersey number. So they are whole number, like roll number of a student. It is a whole number. It can be 10, 20, 30, like that. Batting average of the student, it can be, or most of the time it is float value. Float means what? It is having decimal places like 0.27, 0.37. These are called the decimal values, right? Means it has a fractional part. So this type of data is called float. For example, what is a percentage? Percentage is like 75.8, 75.2, 80.3. So these are called the float values because it is having fractional part or the decimal points along with the whole number, right? So these are called the float type of data. And boolean can contain any of these two values, either true or false. So if it is containing true, it is a boolean data type. If it is containing false, also it is a boolean data type. So boolean contain one of these two values, either it is true or it will save the value false. Now list data type, like you want to save all the playing 11 of a cricket team for a particular match, then you want to save all the player names. Then in that case you will make a list, and in the previous slide we have seen the list can be written like this: Virat, because Virat is a string, therefore we have to write it inside the double quote or the single quote, like Rohit. Then we have Rahul, right, and so on. So there are total 11 players. Like we can write Shami, right. So we have made a list of players. So if you are storing multiple values inside a single data, that is called list, but provided it is included in the round square bracket. So this type of data is called the list data type. Now the dictionary data type. If you want to store the player along with the score that he has scored, then we have to create a dictionary, because dictionary saves the value in the form of key and value. For example, Virat scored 85, Rohit scored 107, Rahul scored 90. So here we can see we are not simply storing single value, we are storing the values in pair, right. Virat 85, Rohit 107, Rahul 90. So this type of data is called the dictionary data, where we store the values in pair, like Virat 78, Rohit 45. Now there is tuple. Tuple is also collection of elements, but here the elements are stored inside the round bracket. So in the above example, if we store all the values in the round bracket, then it will become a tuple. And what is difference between tuple and list is that tuple cannot be changed, it is fixed, but list can be changed. We can change the name of the player here in the list, but if we make inside the round bracket, it became a tuple and we cannot change the value. So let us see all of that one by one. And the first type of data is called the numeric data type. So in numeric data type, the first is the integer value. So integer values are the values which are the whole numbers, like 0, 5, minus 13, 109, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are called the integer values, right. It can be a positive or negative, but it is a whole number, so it is called integer value. Then we have the float value. Float means what? It have some decimal places. Even if it is having decimal places, it is still a number. So it is a numeric data type, but inside this it is a float data type. Then we have the complex data type. In complex we have a real part as well as the imaginary part. So it is not generally used, it is used only for doing mathematical calculations or the scientific calculations only, and generally we will not see this type of data in normal use, but we will see integer and float mostly used in normal Python operations. Sorry. Now we have the string data type. So string are nothing but the text. String are the text. So we can create the string by using single quote, double quote or triple quote. Here we have seen the example. We can see the example. Here I want to write a hello. Hello can be written inside a single quote. Hello can be written inside the double quote, right? And there are also triple quote. Triple quote means what? That single quote is written 3 times and single quote is written 3 times at the start and at the end. So this is used to store multiple lines. But if we write a single quote at the start, single quote at the end, we are writing a single line statement or single line text. Also double quote at the start, double quote at the end is also used for writing a single line text. But if you want to write a multiple line string, then we will write triple quote in single quote 3 times, then we write the multiple line string, then we will write single quote 3 times, so that we can get a multiple line string. Examples are shown here, like I am writing a equal to Python in single quote, then I will print a, I am getting Python. B equal to programming, now programming is written inside double quote, now I am printing B, so I am getting the programming. So here we can see I can create a string either by using single quote or double quote. Now if you want to make a multiple line string, means you want multiple lines, then in that case we can use single quote 3 times at the start, single quote 3 times at the end, or we can use double quote 3 times at the start and we can write multiple lines, and at the end we will write double quote 3 times. So that is used to write the multiple line string. Here is the example: double quote 3 times, then this is a long string with quotes or anything else. So if I print S, it is giving the value. Here we can see it is storing multiple lines. Now next is the list. So list are the data types which is the part of which is also called the compound data types, because there we can store multiple values inside this. Here we can see my list. I have written square bracket. Inside the square bracket I have written 10 Python 3.14 and true. And remember, whenever we are writing any string value, it has to be written inside single quote or double quote, right? But for integer and float and for boolean values, we don't require double quote or single quote. It is only needed whenever we are writing the string value. So this list is created, then I can write print my list. So here we can see a list is printed. And what are the properties of list? List are ordered. It means what? The sequence in which we are making this list will remain the same. It means 10 is coming as the first element, Python is coming as second element, 3.34 is the third element of the list, and this is the fourth element of the list. So once we have printed it, here we can see the sequence remain the same. So it is again first, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth. So the sequence is not getting disturbed. That is called ordered. So lists are ordered. So it does not disturb the sequence. It allows duplicate. It means what? I can even add one more element like comma 10. So if I do it, then it will allow us to make duplicate values. So 10 is present here also, 10 will be present at this value also, this position also. So duplicate elements are also allowed in list. And the third and important property of the list is that it is mutable. Mutable means what? It can be modified. So we can make changes to this list. We can remove this 10, we can remove this 10, we can change this value 10 to 20, we can change this Python, or we can change any value inside this. We can add multiple values inside this. We can remove some of the elements. So all that are possible because lists are mutable data type. Mutable means what? It is editable. We can change the value. Now if it is ordered, we have seen the property that it is ordered. If it is ordered, we can call the elements by its position. So one more list is created, my list. Here I have created the list like this: my underscore list is equal to following elements. I will write it here: 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 100 and 111, 111. Right? So this list is created. As I said, it is ordered. It means what? It will retain its position. So that position is called the index, right? So the 2 is present at, for us it is present at the first position, but as we know, the computer start counting from 0. So computer will give it a index number of 0. So this is index number. Index number, or simply we will say it is index. So index of 2 is 0, index of this is 1, index of this is 2, this is 3, this is at index number 4, 10 is at index number 5, 100 is at index number 6, 111 is at index number 7. So there are total 8 elements starting from index number 0. So we will say that 4 is present at index number 1. So that is called indexing logic. Similarly, a negative indexing is also supported. It means what? The last element is the 7th element, or not the 7th element, it is the 8th element which have the index 7. But if we use negative index, we will say it is at the -1 index, 100 is at -2 index, 10 is at -3 index, this is at -4 index, -5, -6, -7 and -8, as we can see it here again, right? So these are the index number which we can use to access or we can take out the numbers according to the index number. We will see that in next slide. For example, we have created a list which is fruit. How we have identified that it is a list? Because we can see a square bracket here at the start and square bracket at the end of this data, and we have multiple elements. Apple is the first element, banana is second element, cherry is third element. Now to access the list, to access any particular element, we use the index number. So how to write the index number? We simply write it inside the square bracket. So when I write fruit index square bracket 0, it means what? It will give the element at index number 0, and we know index number start from 0. Apple has index number 0, banana has index number 1, cherry has index number 2. So when I write fruits square bracket 0, it will print the element which is at 0 index. I am writing fruit -1. -1 shows the last element. So it is the index -1, -2, -3. So when I write fruits of -1, I will get the cherry. Similarly, if I write fruits of 2, again it will give the same value, that is cherry. So that is the indexing logic. So indexing is possible with all the data types which are ordered. So we'll see one more thing about the list, that is list slicing. List slicing is a way by which you can take multiple elements, or you can take some part of the list from the that data type which is ordered. So here I am writing fruits 1 colon 0, 1 colon blank is there, then square bracket. It means what? Give the elements which is starting from index number 1 till the last index. So here we can see banana is present at index number 1 and last element is cherry. So it will print all the elements which is there starting from index number 1. So here we can see I am getting banana and cherry. If I want to print only the first two elements of the list, then I will write the starting index and last index plus 1. So the second number in this range is incremented by 1. So if I want to print index number 0 and 1, then in the range I will write 0 to 2. If I want index number 0, 1, 2 and 3, then in that case I will write 0 to 4. And if I want element at index number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I will write index number 1 to 6. So that is how we write the index. So starting index remain the same in this range, but the last index is plus 1. So when I am writing fruits 0 colon 2, it means what? It will print the element at index number 0 and 1. So 0 is apple, 1 is banana. Apple and banana I am getting at the output. We'll see that in one of the example. So list can be created like this. I am writing A equal to, I am writing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I have created a list with 5 elements. I can check the type. We have seen that type is the inbuilt function which we have seen in the previous video. Type of A, if I print, it will give list because it is of list type. Now I can access the elements. Let's say I want 20. So 20 is present at index number 1. I can write A square bracket 1. If I print, I get this 20. If I want 50, so 50 is present at 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if I write A of 4, it will give 50. Similarly, negative indexing can be used. A of -1 is again 50. Right? Let's say I want to access one more by using positive and negative index. I want 30. So I will write A square 0, 1, 2. It will be 30. And by using negative index, I can write A square bracket of -1, -2, -3. -3 is the negative index. So I get 30 again. So this is called the indexing, right? Now I can also use slicing. So if I want to print 10, 20 and 30, I can write A starting from 0, 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. So I will write 3. You have to write a index which is more than the last index. So it will print 10, 20, 30. If I want to print 30, 40 only, then 30 is present at 0, 1, 2. So I will write A 2 colon 0, 1, 2, 3. So 40 is at 3. So I will write 4 here. So I am getting that. So that is how the slicing is done. If you do not include one of the element of the range, then it will take it as the starting element or the ending element. For example, if I write simply 1 colon and blank, then it will start from index number 1 and it will go till end. That is how we write it. Now if I want first 3 elements, then I will write start from blank means what? Start from the first index, go up to 0, 1, 2. Because it is the last element, I will write 3. Right? Instead of this, if I write only colon, then it means start from the first index and go till last index. So I am getting all the elements. So this is how the indexing and slicing is done in list. Now tuple. Tuple is very similar to the list. In for making tuple, we have to simply replace the square bracket by round bracket. So here we can see the parenthesis there, that is the round bracket. So whatever we write inside the round bracket, it will become a tuple. So here we can see I have created the same, I have taken the same elements 10, Python 3.14 and true, but I have included that in the round bracket. So once I have printed, I am getting this in the same sequence 10 Python 3.14 true, 10 Python 3.14 and true. When I am checking the type, it is showing that it is a tuple. The property of the tuple is that it is ordered. Here we can see it is retaining the sequence. It is not changing the sequence. So it is ordered data type. It allows duplicates. I can even add one more element like 3.14 right here. Then it will print it because duplicate elements are allowed here. But the one more important property of the tuple is that it is immutable. Means what? It cannot be modified. If you want to remove one of the element, it is not possible in tuple. So tuple is used whenever you want to create a data which you want to keep safe. It should not be edited by some mistake. In that case, that type of data or that type of collection of data you keep inside the tuple so that it cannot be modified intentionally or without any mistake, or by any mistake, sorry. So that is tuple, and the logic of indexing and slicing is same as we have seen for list also. Here we can see color is a tuple because we have created a data inside the round bracket. Red, green and blue are the 3 elements. Here if I write colors square bracket 0, it means what? It will print the element at index 0. Here I am getting red. 2 is blue, 0, 1, 2. So blue is present at index number 2. Index number -1 is blue again. If I want green, I will write red square bracket 1 or -2. Slicing is again same here. Here I can see 0 colon 3. So 0 colon 3 means what? 10, 0, 1 and 2 will be printed. So 10, 50 and 20 is printed here. So if you write 1 colon blank, it means what? Start from index number 1 and go till last index. So it is 50, 20, 60 and 100. So we'll see one example of that. I'm creating a tuple B equal to same 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I want to check the, okay, I will print B first. Here we can see it is maintaining the sequence I check the type of the B, then it shows it is a tuple. I can do the indexing B of I want 40, so 0 1 2 3, so B of 3 gives you 40. Negative index for the 40 element, this element, it will be -1 and -2, so it will be B of -2. I am getting 40. I can also do the slicing here, like I want 20 to 40. I will write B square bracket, 20 is present at index number 1 and 40 is present at 0 1 2 3, so it is present at index number 3, so I will write 4. I am getting 10 30 and 40, and see here I am again using the square bracket. So for doing indexing or slicing we still use the square bracket, but for creating the tuple we use round bracket. So creation of list and tuple is different, but the way in which the indexing and slicing works is same for both list and tuple. So in both the case we use the square bracket for indexing and slicing. Now that is about the tuple. Now these are few more examples. You can pause and see this. Tuple 1 is created, Rupesh 246 2.13, Rahul 70.2. Tuple 2 second variable is created, 123 and John. So I print tuple 1, it maintains the sequence. I can do the indexing. 0 is Rupesh, so it is printing it. Tuple 1 to 3, so 0 1 2 3 4, so it will print up to 0 1 and 2. So here we can see it is 1 colon 3, so 246 and 2.23 is printed. Tuple 1 2 colon and blank, it means what? After this all the elements will be printed. Here we can see, if I multiply the tuple, so what happens? It will repeat the tuple. See here, tuple 2 is multiplied by 2, it means what? 123 and John, it is repeated, 123 John, 123 John. So it will not multiply the elements inside the tuple or list, simply it will repeat it that many times. I can also perform this type of operation, tuple 1 plus tuple 2, we are concatenating the tuples. So what happens? Tuple 1 elements are present, then tuple 2 elements are present. This is tuple 2, and from here to here it is tuple 1, from here to here. So that is also possible. Now set is another data type. Again it is collection of data, but here it is unordered. Unordered means what? It will not retain the sequence of the data. See here, I have saved the set as mango, cherry and apple. These are the 3 elements, and we use curly bracket to make the set. So we have seen that for making list we use square bracket, like 2 3 4, it is a list. If you make the tuple, it will be round bracket 2 3 4, but if you want to make the set, it will be curly bracket 2 3 4, right, using curly bracket, right. So here when I print, I can see the mango is present here, but here we can see the position is exchanged, or position is not same as we have written while defining the set. So set 2 is defined like this, but while it is printing, the sequence is not same. So that is the property of the set, so it will not maintain the sequence. And one more property of the set is that it doesn't allow any duplicates. So if I write like a equal to, I will create it, set I am creating like c equal to, or s equal to curly bracket 1 3 2, then again 3, then 10, I print the s, then what we can see is that it is not retaining the sequence. The sequence is not proper. 3 is coming first, then 1, then 10, and then 2 is coming. If I check the type of s, it is showing that it is set. As it is unordered, we cannot do the indexing here. So if I write s of 0, it will not support this indexing, because it is showing that set object is not subscriptable, means Means we cannot do indexing on this because it is not ordered. And one more thing is that it is mutable. Mutable means what? We can change the values. I can add multiple elements or single element. I can remove the elements from this. So list was mutable, tuple was immutable, set is mutable. And when you talk about the ordered, yes or no, then list is, it is ordered, tuple is also ordered, but set is not ordered. Again, if you talk about duplicate elements, list support duplicate elements, tuple also support duplicate elements, but set does not support duplicate elements. So here we can see all the properties are shown here. So about which can be changed, list and tuple, list can and set can be changed, tuple cannot be changed. Out of these three, set is not ordered, duplicate elements are not supported in tuple. So these are few properties about list, tuple and set. So this we have seen that when we try to do the indexing, it is not supported. As we know, it is unordered collection of data. It is unordered collection of data. Now dictionary. So dictionary was unordered, but after the version Python version 3.7, dictionaries are ordered, right? So if you are using the Python version 3.7 and onwards, a newer version of Python, then from there the Python make the dictionary as ordered. So I've created a dictionary mydic. It is equal to name Sachin. So name is called the key, Sachin is the value of that key. So this is key 1, this is value 1, comma, age is the key 2, colon, 25 is the value 2, city is key 3, colon, value 3, right? So again it is made by using curly bracket, but here we can see it is stored in pair. So key value pair is there, like we use the dictionary. In dictionary what we have the word or a keyword is there and its meaning is there. Similarly in the dictionary also we have a key and that key can have a value, right? That is how a dictionary is defined. So once I am printing, I can see it is maintaining the order. So it stores the value in the form of key value pair, like key 1 colon value 1 comma key 2 colon value 2 and so on, right? Like we have seen the analogy of the cricket match. So I can write Virat like scored 88, Rahul scored 56, Rohit scored 89, right? So that will be called as dictionary, right? Here we can see a dictionary is created, b equal to 1 colon mango, 2 colon cherry, 3 colon apple. So as 1, 2 and 3, these are the keys, it are integer values, so there is no need of writing it inside the double quote, but mango, cherry and apple, these are string values, so we need to write it inside the quote. So when we print, I am getting it in the same sequence, I am checking the type, it is again this, giving it as dictionary. Now I can also create an empty dictionary by using curly bracket. I am printing it, empty dictionary is created. Once I check what is this A, it is telling it is a dictionary. So once I write simple curly bracket, right, it will be a dictionary, not a set. Now indexing concept is applicable only with the key values, right? Because we cannot write a person, for example here I have defined a variable person with these values, like name is Sachin, age is 25, city is Mumbai. So these are keys, these are values, key value, key value. So key 1 value 1, key 2 value 2 and key 3 and value 3. Now here if I want to do the indexing, I have to use the keys of the dictionary. So I am printing the person, person is the name of the dictionary. So here it is printing it in the same sequence as it is ordered in the newer version of Python. Now I am writing person with the key name. So I am writing name, then it will give the value Sachin. Name is Sachin. If I write person dot get age, right? So it will give 20, or simply I can write person. I write age, the output will be 25. Right? That is how it can be done. Let us see one example. I am creating a dictionary like D equal to, I am creating a dictionary like name colon Sachin, comma marks colon 59, city Ratnagiri. For defining, for writing the string, we can either use single quote or double quote. So I made it. I can print the value of D. It is printing it in the same sequence. I can check the type of this. It is dictionary. I can do the indexing using keys here. So I can write D of I want name. So I will write name. It will give Sachin. I can write D of marks. It is giving 59. Similarly, I can check the city also. So that is how the indexing is done here. Now that is all about different data types in Python. In upcoming videos, we will see different methods of these data types that we have discussed. We have discussed string, so we will see string methods. We are going to see list methods. We will see tuple methods, set methods, and dictionary methods. That is all for this video. Thank you.